All right. Hello and welcome everybody to the qualifier number 15 of the Crossworld Keysanity tournament for Zelda A Link to the Past. I'm Scarelive. With me today is Tyler W. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I'm ready for some rando tonight. Late night run.
Yeah, late night indeed. I think it's the latest qualifier that there was to the program. A very good time for Pacific time, West Coast, but not a lot of European here today in the qualifiers. The race has already started, but we've been keeping track of what is happening. So it's nothing to worry about. It's just the start of the race, looking for stuff.
I'm going to make a quick comment here. Yes, I know that the stream is still on the countdown screen. I'm having some internet issues and switching it over now. So please forgive us for this. There's a lot of wonderful issues going on. But these two, I think, can watch and can hopefully provide you with a commentary, play-by-play.
Audio commentary. Yeah. First of all, you don't know yet, but the two runners we're gonna follow tonight is Falcon and Nubly. Falcon has a good score already for the qualifier. I think he's in the top 30. He's in the 34 spot right now with 3 races completed. He's looking to improve his score to get a better score. And Nubly, on the other hand, has only 2 races. This is his 3rd one. And he is in the 62 place on the top 64, though. He really needs to a good time so that he can make sure to make the cut.
And he's already doing a good job with that. I know he's found a couple of swords for those of you who, if you can't see it still yet. Fire rod as well.
Yeah. So just for the people that just joining, I noted a few things in Kakariko. We found Mizumire, Swamp Palace Pod, and we found GT in the forest that nobody just came out of. So, and we found already the entrances of Arrow Castle in the Light World. And I think Falcon found the mountain, but I'm not sure where it is. But we're gonna see it on the Nobly side at some point. But otherwise, kind of a start with a lot of dungeons already.
Yeah, it's always nice to know where those are at first at the beginning, so when you get the items needed, you can just go right back to them.
Yeah. The balance between finding the dungeon when you know where the dungeon are, then you can figure out what your go mode is. Because sometimes maybe you don't need the boots. Sometimes you do need them. What they're going to be looking for also is getting an early Moon Pearl. Right now you see Falcon found a connector that led him to the Dark Death Mountain. But without a Moon Pearl, he can't really do anything. He could die in this dungeon if he found a way, and he could revive and Super Bunny stuff. But you can't really kill yourself if you can't use items. So. Same here. You can't do a Benny revival in Minimal Dorm, so he's gonna have to take note of this and try to come back later when he has a Moon Pearl. Oh, we have a bow there, but we can't get to it.
Oh, goodness gracious, there is something on the pad. Nobody just checking, and it looked like it was a big key to pod.
Wow. That's a very, very good information to know early on. And Falcon getting a loop back to the top of the mountain. So we don't know when we were doing cross keys. We don't really know, what are the crystals and what are the pendants until you find the maps. So we don't know if we will need that big key of pod, but if we do, it means we're gonna see all the dungeons today. Maybe not Ganon's Towers and Aghanim's Tower, but we're gonna see it all. But so far, I think the only information we got is Sashrella told us that Meyer is a green pendant for tonight.
Yeah, that's all we know so far, and we do know, like you said, Meyer is in Kakariko, so.
Yeah, Falcon just checked on that right now. Meanwhile, Nubly is doing his check of the Hour Castle, something Falcon already done. Oh, he's not gonna go further. He's stealing the key. That's a play right there. When you steal the key, you can go in the back of Escape. I don't know if we found it already where it is, but if it's Agina locked or something, it can be a good play to go there early. And I mean Aganim, sorry. So he's not gonna go.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he kept the key. I think he's keeping his options for later. But right now he decides to keep exploring. Oh, I think where he's going right now, that's the okay. Yeah, the dark path he's finding right now is gonna lead him to the mountain. I saw Falcon go there, so that's a nice one.
Yeah, it's good to know at least you have one route to the mountain beyond other access points.
All right.
I think I got the stream all taken care of. You guys should be good. Enjoy.
Yes. Everything is going fine here.
Yep, doing fine from my end.
So the mountain is really nice to find because there's a lot of entrances in there. We'll need maybe the hookshot or the mirror to go towards, but we're probably likely gonna find something. I'm not sure if Falcon checked every entrances. I think he decided to, or he died or something, because I don't think I saw him clear it all.
Yeah, I don't recall him seeing going through all the entrances over here.
Yeah, it's pretty rough with only 5 hearts. These boulders that fall from the sky, they kill you quick. If you die, it's far away to go. So okay, I'm gonna find it a little later, and he didn't have done like a Kakariko yet, so it could make sense. Oh, a big key right here. We'll need a mirror for that. Oh, and that's gonna give the bow to Nobly here.
Oh, that's right. That's the entrance to Spectacle Rock.
And we see that we already have found Pod. That's in Kakariko. That's where Falcon is right now. So the bow is gonna... oh, nice boots. The bow is gonna lead Nubly to the boots, and also he's gonna be able to get 2 more chests in here. Maybe if he doesn't want to spend the key, though, he doesn't have the hammer, so he'll not be able to go get the boots. But the boots is really, really nice to get earlier on. The fastest you get them, it saves more time all race along. Also, like the boots, not only do they make you go faster, in Cross Keys they have even more power because they will open a few doors that you wouldn't expect. Like there's the Bonk Rocks and the King's Tomb, of course, but there's also 2 more entrances near Link's house, Bonk Rocks, that you can go there. So if a dungeon is there, you have to find the boots. So.
Yeah, it looks like Nubly has found another entrance to Turtle Rock there.
Yeah, that's in the mountain. Unfortunately, I don't think he can cross right now with what he has. He doesn't have the boots. Well, you could hover with the boots, or you need the Samaria or the hookshot. With the boots, you can also do a bonk on the little side wall, and it'll make you cross the little rail, but he's not gonna do that for now. So we'll come back later, and he's gonna follow the hole here that we saw Falcon go in earlier. Oh no, he's gonna try to do the bomb jump here. That's gonna bring him towards Kakariko. It's one of the hardest bomb jump. You don't have to be on the last pixel. You have to be on the second to last pixel to make it work. So it's a bit harder. You can't do a spin setup or anything.
I did not know that. I learned something new today.
Yeah, learning something every day. The first time I got this, got it like by accident, and then somebody, a good NMG runner, taught me like you just have to be 1 pixel before the last one. So it's gnarly. And nobody's gonna do is part in the verifications without the Moon Pro. Little fine Super Bunny, Super Mini Moldorm here. Can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Ganon's tower is located in the forest entrance, like the little tree trunk. Falcon will find it momentarily here. And with the boots, he'll maybe be able to get another item. I didn't see what it was on the. There we go.
I didn't see it either.
Honestly, it's a nice place to have the GT, considering the start of the sanctuary at the Smiths. It's not too far away. It's something you have to go a lot of time. Like right now, we can't really do much. We don't have the hammer. We don't have the Summer Cane, so we can't really do much. But when we find the hammer, it opens so much. You kind of have to go back right away sometimes. And
yeah, but looks like Nubly is on Eastern Death Mountain. Looks like the old man's cave led over there.
yeah, that's something some people tend to forget. That that's a connector too. If you find the old man, then you can save and quit, start there, and then it'll put you somewhere else. That's an exit that you can't forget about. Oh, Half Magic at the Aginas. So we don't have to do Agina today. Aghanim, sorry. That's kind of nice. And the Eastern Death Mountain led to Village of Outcast.
I like it.
So Falcon is clearing his overworld. Meanwhile, yeah, and he can do some boots verification that nobody couldn't do early. Oh, and that's a nice one to find. That's 5 items and a Moon Pearl. Oh, that's big.
Ooh, Hype Cave living up so far.
Wow. Okay, I'd give that a good, like almost 9 out of 10 for sure.
Yeah, I'd give it a solid 8, probably an 8.5.
Yeah, that's. Maybe you could have given us like a hook shot or something. That would be a 10, but like 2 progression item. The Moon Pearl is really, really big. Flippers is nice too. It's gonna give us access to some places with a few doors, like the Dark Death Mountain. Not Death Mountain. There's no flippers on that mountain, but you know the shopping mall, Dark World. It's nice.
Right, and we did find Ganon. Ooh, before I say that, there's a flute.
Falcon is on a roll right now. And Falcon didn't check the mountain. I think he died there. So now he can activate his flute and go straight back to the mountain and be right back where he needs to be. Well,
yeah,
that's going to make his...
I'm sorry, I have a tendency to interrupt my co-commentators without actually knowing what's going on. But yes, here we are, everybody. Oh, he is not going to activate the flute.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, why not? Why not, Falcon? It's a nice flute, you know. You can flute away. You can use it to fly in the air and go faster. I think he's just checking these doors before going. And that's a blind shot. I mean, that's kind of hot. Oh, he didn't have bombs when he came here first time. That's a good thing to remember. Because if it's something better than 1 rupee, you're gonna need it.
Indeed.
Okay, and now Falcon is gonna make his way towards the flute activation spot. Or maybe not, because he just found Spiral Cave. Oh, and okay, and nobody's side, he's in the Dark World, doesn't have his Moon Pearl. He's doing Bunny Revival. So he died, and when you die without the Moon Pearl in a dungeon, if you come back to life, you come back with you can open chests and use your sword and stuff. But when he'll exit the dungeon, he'll still be without a Moon Pearl, and it's just while he's in the dungeon he can do stuff.
Yeah, and if something's over there, that's a great thing to have. It's out of logic, but...
Yeah.
Alright, so what does Mini Molten Cave have?
Yeah. Is it gonna be better than Hookshot than Hype Cave? That was trash. Yeah, Falcon shows his disappointment. Yeah, Falcon went straight there. He has the Moon Pearl. He remembers he wants the bow, but he can't get it from this side. And unfortunately, it's a good bet. 5 items. I would put a lot of markers on my map too and go back there because you want to find keys and stuff.
But still, with that stuff, it's just like,
yeah. At this point in the race, I think what the runner wants next is probably a glove, okay? Because you see there was a big rock we just passed by on Falcon's side. That was an entrance, but we can't go in there without a pair of gloves. So the faster we find it, we can go to places and clear everything.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, go.
I do apologize. Like I said, yeah, it's good to have a glove because it's actually also required this. See, we did find Ganon over at Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's right. I'd say gloves is, even in Cross Keys, it's super rare that you have a seed that it's no gloves, because there's dungeons that require the gloves to finish it, like Ice Palace. So if Ice Palace is in a crystal, then you have mandatory gloves, and then the entrances, it's most likely you'll need the gloves. But I think that's the only one, Ice Palace, that Ard requires the gloves, so it's possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. I can only recall Ice Palace being hard required with a glove.
Yeah. Armor is another thing. Armor, there's a lot more need for armors. Falcon finding the Village of Outcasts, but he has the Moon Pearl, so we can visit these, and he's gonna find a passage right away. Meanwhile, Nubly found the Graveyard Ledge entrance, I guess. Well, the 4 key. Key to Desert. That's a nice one. I don't recall having seen Desert yet, though.
I don't think we've seen it so far.
And Desert is it's kind of a complex dungeon by itself. There's 3 entrances in the main part. They are gonna all be connected. But what you really want to find is the back of Desert, because that's where the boss resides, and it can be anywhere. Oh, Falcon checking some Dark World. Nobly going back in the Light World. So for Nobly, he really needs to find the boots, which are in Pod. And he has the bow. I'm guessing he's waiting for more keys. So the real question for him is, how long do he delay the pod play? Because if he finds a key, that's going to be good for him.
Right, and I think with 3 keys at this point, you would go in there.
For sure.
Even with the 2 that he has, I would possibly even think saying, I've got 2, I know where it's at, maybe I'll just take a quick dip in.
And now Nubly is going back in back of escape. We saw him coming here earlier. He kept the key, wasn't sure what to do with it. Now he's deciding to go for the 2 more chests. I don't think it's anything useful from when Falcon went, but I think it's a map of desert.
I think you're right.
A map of desert is kind of cool because you need information to some extent, like knowing what our crystals and pendants are going to be super useful. Let's see. Okay, Falcon doesn't know that the big key of Pod is on the pedestal, so.
Oh, that's right, and he didn't have the mirror to check it at that point.
Exactly. Because I don't know when he's gonna go check it. If he's gonna ever go check it. If he would just now went into to go check the empty entrance, I don't know if he's gonna go check it. So that's gonna be a hard last occasion. Well, maybe we'll see, but it's gonna take a long time for him to find it. So nobody has kind of an advantage knowing that earlier.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not every day that you see cross keys with a hard requirement on the pedestal, so I don't blame Falcon for not checking it.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, desert is a crystal, so that's our first known information. Where are we going?
The story of my life.
Oh, a lamp.
That's a nice find.
Yes. The lamp is way more useful, I feel like, in cross keys than in the regular game. I don't know. For me, I know the top runners, they know all of the dark caves, but I know me personally, like I can't remember every dark cave just for cross keys. So, that's a nice find for Falcon here with the desert entrance. He has a key. No, he doesn't. Nobody got it.
Oh, where was that key? I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. So. Yeah, it was a nice one. We said, it's a nice one to get. Hopefully, it's not too bad for Falcon. He doesn't have the big key to desert, so he'll have to come back anyways later for the big chest. But yeah, I was saying, like, with the lamp now, every time you find a dark cave, you can just know which one it is and if you've seen it before and where does it leads to and stuff like that. So. And it provides fire, but we already have the fire rod for that.
That's true. Yeah, I was about to say there's your fire source for back of desert that we'll need it for, but fire rod was available right at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. But fire rod, you kind of sometimes want to keep that magic as much as you can because it uses a lot. You have only 8 shots with a full magic, and you don't know where to buy potions. Find back of Skull Woods here. 4 Nobly, he has the fire rod, he has a key, he has master. He's going for it.
Yeah, even if it is a pendant, it's a dungeon cleared.
Yeah, and it's the green pendant. No, it's not. It's just a pendant. But we don't know if it's a pendant yet, right? Do we know?
No, we don't. The only thing we know is a green pendant is on Misery Mire, and there's a crystal on Desert Path.
Yeah. So statistically, the chances are great that it's a crystal. So there's no like if you can do it, just do it, and that's information. And like you see here, the fact that he has the lamp, he's killing the mummies, and I would guess he's gonna use his lamp to use the first 3 torches, so that he can keep more magic for the much of the fight. Because magic is sparse, and you don't know where to buy potions until you find the potion shop. Oh, I think that's what right here is where the small key of desert was. The Falcon is finding it, and in the Ice Rock Cave location.
Yep.
Wonder if he's gonna go back to desert immediately or... Okay, so coming up on Nobly's side, it's not gonna be the easiest fight. It's Master Sword, 5 Arts, Green Mail, Mochila. So good luck, Nobly. I believe in you.
Squash the bug.
Yeah. It's a good start so far. The spike does 1 damage, and the red thing 2 damage. He's gonna try to finish it with the sword here and use the cape when he's in danger. The problem is you don't want to use all your magic, because if you die, you can't go back without fire. So, and he gets it.
Great fight.
Yep. Is it a crystal? It's a crystal. And that's good for him. A key to Dark Palace. Maybe that's going to lead him towards the boots and then the Moon Pearl consecutively.
Falcon checking out Magic Bat over here, and we've got a map to the Tower of Hera.
Yep. And while Nobly was fighting Mochila and we were gazing into that, Falcon finally opened his flute. Oh, I think it's a pendant on Hera.
Yeah, I saw a blue pendant.
That's a shame, because that's one of those dungeons you kind of want to have as a crystal, because you can do a trick called Hera Pot, in which you don't need a big key to go beat the boss. So that's one less item required to complete the game. Now, it doesn't matter if we can do it without a big key, but maybe it will matter if Pot is a crystal. And now there's only 1 chance for it to be the pendant. So the statistics are good that it will be a crystal.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've been kind of hoping for a pet seed at some point.
Why not make it the seed at 1 a.m. Eastern on a Friday night?
Why not?
Nobody's setting up a bomb jump here to go back to make a fake flippers to go back to the shopping mall. Not quite getting it, and he gets it. Oh no, he's just gonna keep going. Oh, that's good for him. Falcon got his bow. Let's see. We'll see if he wants to go back. And the flute here. The flute will bring Nobly back to Kakariko. Exactly next to where it needs to go in Pod. So it's all coming down nicely here.
Yeah, lining up perfectly for him.
Wombat making a very good assessment of a situation here. That is true. So we have a guaranteed pet seed right now.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
Because otherwise you can't get it. It can't
Yeah.
look itself. So that's awesome. All right, so we have a pet seed, guys. Nobody knows it. Falcon doesn't.
And Falcon may not know for quite some time.
Yeah. But it's kind of like Era being it is kind of a good thing for him in a way because it's a super short dungeon, right? So you find it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna complete this. It's not. If it was like Turtle Rock or something, you're like, it's a lot of keys to get there. You need to find Icewell. You're not gonna bother with it. Meyer is kind of a edge case. You know, you don't want to do Vitreous. You need Somaria. So Meyer is kind of not the best one to be in the independent pool, but Era is nice. Now, and we find Thieves Town in the desert.
Ooh, I like it. 4 easy checks.
Yep. And a hook shot. That's awesome.
There we go. Just what you were saying with the Harapot. We can do it now.
Yeah. We haven't find Era, but when we find, we can clear it without a big key. And also the hookshot will unlock when we find hookshot cave 4 chests straight up, and we can navigate a little bit faster in the mountain now with it. Otherwise, I think we can also cross. We can use it to cross. We found like the Turtle Rock big chest entry, but we couldn't cross before without anything. Now with this, we could cross and maybe go all the way to Laser Bridge. Well, not Laser Bridge because you'd need some area for that. But you can also already get to a chest, and you could go to the front, like to the chain jump and lava chest with that. So there's a few things we could do with it.
Yeah, I
And
think
of
you
course-
also need the big key to get back there to Laser Bridge from that entrance.
Yeah, that's very true. And there's Gedden's Tower, and then Skullwoods, and Skullwoods, Swamp Ballast. So a lot of things. So it's very nice to find it. We're still missing the one big thing we're missing right now is the hammer. Oh, and an Eastern in desert. And we have the bow, but we don't have the big key. Unfortunately, we saw Alph Magic sitting on Aghanim's ledge. So, big key to desert, okay.
There's those other 2 checks in the front. Excuse me, just a big chest. I apologize.
Yeah, no worry.
I know key logic.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard when you're looking at 2 races and try to. So you have to talk, you have to think, you have to. And cross keys is it's the most confusing mode. Well, if we don't talk about door randomizer, but it's kind of hard to follow sometimes. So no biggie if we make some mistakes and stuff. And the chat is always there also to correct us. And
Yes, I love chat for that. Okay, so as Falcon's going through Eastern Palace, there's nothing really here so far.
well, yeah, except the big key of desert that's gonna be absolutely necessary to go kill land mollusk when we find it. Otherwise, yeah, 300 rupees and bombs. We don't really care about that. What would be good for him is if he finds the big key of Eastern. Sometimes people will see a dungeon, you don't have the big key, you decide to wait for later. And sometimes the big key is there, so I understand the decision to just dig in and go all the way. Nobly is still doing some overworld checks here. Without the moon pearl, he really needs to go in pod. Obviously, it's easier for us that we know that's what leads to the moon pearl. He doesn't know, and it makes sense to want to delay pod as much as possible. But for his placement in this qualifier, he really needs to get the moon pearl as soon as possible. Oh, Aga has been found near Link's house in the bunks. We have no key, so we'll be able to only get the first chest here. But that's a very easy placement to go back later when we find the Castle Tower key, so...
I was about to say, if that's a small key to the tower...
That could have been nice, you know? You don't have to come back later. I think it does a win, but... You see that the problem with Nubly doing all these checks in Super Bunny, he doesn't have the mirror, so he can't do anything. Like if he sees like an entrance with a chest, if you have the mirror, there's a way. If you use the mirror on the first frame that you enter, you can like open the chest in a Super Bunny state. Here, Sadie doesn't have it, so it's fine if he can find stuff, but he won't be able to do anything with it. The best for him is if he finds connectors. And I now realize I can't even get Kiki when I'm a Super Bunny, so... doing stuff in Super Bunny, it can be good, but it can be bad, you know. Falcon is gonna dive right in Swamp. I like this. He doesn't have the hook shot. Does he? Is it him?
He does have the hook shot.
Okay. Okay, good. I was confused. Like he doesn't have it on his own tracker, but we have it on our tracker, because our tracker who is Adelor and Zaruvian are tracking for us tonight. Thank you so much. Oh, but he's not gonna go far. He doesn't have the hammer. He can't keep going.
Oh, that's right. He can only check those two because you need the hammer to unleash the water.
Yep. That's a hard requirement, and he doesn't have it. Nobly just found his own hookshot in Thieves Town.
Well, on Falcon's side, if you can't do Swamp, let's go do Mire. We know it's required, even though he does not yet.
Yep. It makes sense. I mean, he has fire, so the only two chests he can't do. He found a key. He has two keys already, even. So the only two chests he can't do is the big key, the big chest. I mean, and the boss. So it's 6 chests in here. That's pretty nice. I agree with the decision, and it's easy access from the months from the. The only thing I don't like, well, but not for Falcon's routing itself, just for with the insight of being a commentator and stuff, is that since he knows it's a pendant and he's gonna have cleared most of it, it's gonna be hard for him to go back to have the motivation to come back later and clear it, because just 2 checks, you know. So maybe it's gonna hurt him, but maybe not. Maybe he'll come back when he'll have the tutorial. He'll find about it. So. Nobly heading in pod, that's nice. Gonna get his boots. And he has 4 keys, so he can clear every chest except the big chest and the boss. So pretty much the same exact situation as Falcon here, but in a more dense dungeon.
Yeah, and it's nice just because it is the one he needs to get to. They need to get...
And you know, it could be good for Noobly if he finds the hammer here. Farther down the dungeon, you know, Falcon came here only with one key, couldn't do much, and now nobody will be able to clear it. So maybe, yeah, he did lose a bit of time not having the Moon Pearl, not having the boots, but now he can clear it in one go, single dip, you know, well, except the boss. So it's not that bad.
No,
and yeah,
especially if there's a big item in here.
Yeah, well, it kind of needs it. We'll be ready to see Hammer Yump. Because if you don't do Hammer Yump in cross keys, you're gonna have a bad time with the keys, because you'll need one extra key to finish the game, and sometimes that key can be way there, you know, hidden behind a chain of objects and places you don't want to go. So you want to use the least amount of key you can, but sometimes, you know, oh, nobody is doing a hard reset. Okay, so I kind of like this because the pod is really accessible, right? It's in the... He was missing one key because he had 4 keys, but he used the one for the main door. And now he's lost his boots, so he's got to go back right now. And now, since he's done a hard reset, there's a few doors that needed keys that he doesn't have to go back and open anymore, like the main, you know, the 2. So you'll have door. You don't even have to do the hammer jump. You can just go in the door with the key.
Yeah, I can see why this play would make sense to him.
Meanwhile, Falcon finally finds Skullwoods that was at the potion shop, and he's gonna probably go get his first crystal.
With that bow, we don't have to see any clips. We can just go right on through in desert and dark path.
Yep. Unfortunately, we don't have the hammer, so we'll have to, and we don't have the mirror neither, so we'll have to do a death warp here to go back to the start. We can walk, but that's slower.
That's true.
Nice item. Yeah, Bombos and the mushroom. I don't. Okay, so yeah, nobody exited the dungeon. He's still missing chests in there. You know, he didn't do the dark maze. He has the lamp. He has keys. Oh, I think he just did a save and quit because he thought it was faster than a death warp, which could be true. But you know, with the save and quit, it's so slow with the music patch, and then you have to flute. And he's on green mail. I think it's defendable, but
especially if you need a heart refill.
Yeah. All right, Falcon is up versus Munchula. He's better equipped than Nobly was when he came here. So.
Yeah, but the big thing between the two fights is that he didn't have magic, but he didn't need it.
He just says, I'm gonna cut this mutt. I'm not gonna burn it. I want to keep it edible or something. I mean, well, we cook things and it's still edible, so it doesn't... I'm not a good cook, I guess.
Let's just like to move on.
All right, so with the hard reset that nobody done, you see he has 2 keys remaining, so he doesn't need to do any hammer jump shenanigans. He can use the key to go in the dark maze and keep a key for when he needs to go beat the boss later down the line, when he go find his big key on the pedestal. So it's gonna be in a while, but he'll be able to do it. That's one of the reasons, though. I'm like, well, maybe the reset was not necessary, because if you know the big key of pot is on pedestal, you're most likely gonna find your key. Oh, the gloves, that's one of the big items we were talking about.
That is something noobly needed there.
And you find him, is it Ganon's Tower?
Yeah, I think that was the Ganon Tower map.
Yeah. And now we're gonna do a death warp here. So this glove will open up a few entrances scattered all across Hyrule. So, and it's gonna give him at some point a easier access to Dark World when he finds another glove or the hammer. And now let's hope he's looking like he's going straight to get his Moon Pearl in Hype Cave, which is good for him.
Yeah, they'll be happy to see that.
And now, Falcon, when will he go back in Pod, you know? Because if he waits for the big key, he's not going to find it until a long time.
No, it's not. But our 5-6 crystals are Ice Palace and Skull Woods.
Alright, so we already have one of those. But we haven't found any trace of ice yet. I don't recall seeing it. And even if we did, we don't have a hammer to complete it. So Falcon is the first to do the move to go back in desert with the small key and the big key. So 3 chests. And nobody can finally check things in the Dark World. He has a Moon Pearl. Oh!
Woohoo! Hammer time!
Yes. And that's awesome. Falcon can now complete Swamp Palace. I wonder if he's gonna go there super quick. I mean, it's very easily accessible in Kakariko Village. And he has the small key, he has the hookshot, he has the flippers, he has everything. The game wants you to go there. Where is Nubly heading towards? Oh, Magic Bat. We saw that from Falcon already.
If I recall, I think it was just like 20 rubies or something.
Yeah.
I lie, it's a burrito.
That makes me hungry. Oh, we found the back of desert. I guess we found it earlier because Falcon just went straight there like he knew where it was. And that's probably a me problem that I didn't remember. And with a big key, it's going to be able to complete it.
Yeah, I'm sure Falcon probably found it within those first couple of minutes of the sea.
Yes. Oh, and nobody's gonna find Eastern. No, that's again him. Shit. I thought it was Eastern. I don't remember. Where is Eastern? Because Eastern... Oh, Eastern is in desert. Eastern will give him the desert big key. And if that maybe will lead him towards the hammer. All right, desert. Not quite a 2-cycle from Falcon. Not quite a 3-cycle. But can he do a 4-cycle? Indeed.
Only a ruby per Only ruby for your trouble, but at least it's a crystal.
Yeah. It's his second crystal of the night. Don't be alarmed if you see, only 2 crystals at 55 minutes. In Cross Keys, it's quite common that you get not a lot of crystal early, and then when the seed unravels, you can clear a lot of them super quickly. I think we're going to see a Swamply right about now.
Maybe in a minute.
Yeah. That's going to be a back of escape first. We're going to use our hammer.
Both runners are actually hitting their noobly through the skewers, but Falcon with the hammer can go just straight there.
That's true. Oh! And that's
Another
a first.
glove.
That's the first person. That's the gloves for Falcon, but with the progressive items, it's going to be the mitts for Noobly. Very nice. All right. So do we have knowledge about this dungeon? We don't know yet if it's a pendant or a crystal. I'm guessing we're going to full clear it.
Most likely. Odds are it's a crystal, but you never know.
Well, you know when you get to the end of the dungeon.
Only way to know.
Nobody's gonna be disappointed in the mini Mulderm Cave of Shame here. There's nothing to get excited here. Like 10 arrows, $20. Gets worse and worse.
Hey, the thief there is just starting out.
Yeah, he needs a bit more training. But I guess, like, if you think about it, he's like he's not at a great place. He's in the Dark Death Mountain, like east. There's only one door next to him. There's nothing there. There's nothing to loot. You know, he needs to relocate to Kakariko or something.
I'll take that.
Key to Skullwoods at this point in the game, it's when we're already beaten Mochila and we've already looted all of Skullwoods. It's kind of a not the best thing, but I mean, it is what it is.
Ooh, but Noobly is checking out the big fish.
Yep. And we're gonna see some diver down tech here from Falcon. He don't have Samaria, so he's gonna have to do it with bombs. But he has to be careful. He has only like 3 hearts, and he's gonna take damage from his bomb, so he can't miss it too much. And I'm not sure about that positioning, but it works. You learn positioning every day. What was on the big fish? I was looking at the...
According to chat, it was garbage.
That sounds about right for $500. The classic. Oh, you gotta get it out of the way. It's part of Rendo, you know. You gotta go there.
Yeah, and if you hated it, there was an item up there that you really needed.
Yep. Oh. Well, that's a big key you don't really want to see. When you're already looted Skullwoods, like we said before. Now you gotta go back for 1 chest. It's not very tempting. So, well, it's better than nothing. It's better than a compass on Zora. I'll say that.
That's fair. But Noobly is in a Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that of all the checks he did while he was a Super Bunny, he never found this. He could have gotten checks out of it, and now that he has a Moon Pearl, he finds Super Bunny Cave. But hey, a key to Ganon's Tower. Hey, Ganon's Tower is kind of a nice play right now. We can't forget about that. We have hammer, we have gloves, we have hookshot, we have bow. We could clear. We don't have the big key, but we could clear most of the basement of Ganon's Tower. So maybe wait for Samaria if you can, and the big key. But let's see who's gonna be the first one to pull the plug on Ganon's Tower, because most likely maybe you're gonna find Samaria in there. So you can. It's so many checks, and it's very accessible.
Right, and they're, like you said, Samaria could be in there, and that could be a big thing for it.
Big key of swamp. Oh. Well, that's a good news for nobody because, well, he's not been in swamp yet since he doesn't have the hammer, as Frame is saying in the chat. Of course, he's gonna get there at some point. The hammer is located in Desert Palace. And I think he's going there. Like, no, it's not right now. But once he does do. Is that how you say how it does do? When he
Once he does.
Well, exactly. Okay, thank you. My my English is sometimes the verbs. I'm trying my best. What he does, Swamp, he'll be able to check the big chest right away, and if it's something useful, Falcon, that's not gonna be on his mind until like he has not a lot of options to go back to the big chest of Swamp. Maybe he does. I mean, maybe he finds the big key and he's like, I'm gonna go back right now. But most likely, you know, it's only one check, so.
Right. It is easily accessible, so maybe?
Maybe. Where Falcon goes in. Falcon now with 3 crystals, so that was a crystal, that's nice for him. And he's going back in pod, which will give him, if he plays his card right, it'll give him the mitts. And I know Falcon quite a lot. I mean, he's in the French community. Spend a lot of time together, and I know he does the hammer jump, so shouldn't have any problems with his keys. Meanwhile, we're digging. Yeah, we're digging in a nice. I like it. I mean, I'm not OCD, but I like when things are in order, and that was a nice digging pattern. I would say that's a 7 out of 10 digging pattern. There was a hole that he left there that kind of grind my gear, but otherwise it was pretty pleasing to see.
Yeah, I agree. I like to see things nice and orderly in a row, especially in digging games.
Exactly. I don't like the anarchists out there that just like left, right, up, bam, bam, and it's just like a whole mess. You know, you gotta clean. You gotta dig clean.
As if digging can ever be clean when you get all the dirt over you. Anyway, Noobly has found a paradox cave.
Yep, that's a lot of chests in there. 7 chests. I don't recall if Falcons found it earlier. Might have, but I'm not sure. Chat will know. Well, no, because he doesn't have Samaria, so. And a big gift however.
Okay, fairly decent paradox cave.
Yep, but Samaria is really nice. You know, it allows for, well, it's required for sure for Turtle Rock, and in our case, since we have a pedestal seed, it'll be required to go to Vitreous. And we haven't found ice yet, but when we do, Icebreaker will make it a much quicker experience of a dungeon.
Yeah, so checking out the top of Hyrule Castle here, we find Chicken Hut, and we also found the Mimic Cave.
Yep. So nice items right here and right there. A map. Doesn't really matter maps at this point, since we know we've got to do everything. But I mean, Falcon doesn't know. Nobly, I think, must know at this point, because we're looking for ice, I believe, on Nubly's. He has everything. Like, he has the mitts. Oh no, he doesn't have the hammer, so he can't get to all the doors, but he can get to most doors. Okay, Falcon is going for hammer jump, but now he messed up. He fell, and when you start from this side, you have to go back down all the way to the rupee room to reset the bridge. So that's quite a lengthy fall there. It's gonna give it another go. And he's pretty clean here. Well done. I like this. Nobly is gonna give the mushroom right away. When you get the mushroom, and especially if you already have the powder, you have to give it the fastest you can, because you don't want to find a potion shop and then have to go back and come back. You know, you want to just find it at one time and there's an item waiting for you. And hopefully, you know, it's Ice Rod or something.
Yeah,
we already have Ice Rod, but...
Yeah, especially potion shop is a way out of the way location.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, that's good news for Nubly here. We're gonna find Eastern, which will be the place where we find the Desert Big Key, which will maybe bring a bubble in his head to go back there, open the big chest, and then if he goes there, open the big chest, he might go open the small chest, the small door, and that's gonna be good. What wasn't that Eastern? I thought that was Eastern. That didn't look like Eastern.
It is Eastern Palace. I think he's actually checking out the Meyer area.
Oh, okay. Where's Desert? Well, I know that the back of Desert... Okay, it seems like he already knew where the potion shop was, because he went there pretty fast. But yeah, the back of Desert is... Well, okay, I don't know the names of every door, but I'm going to try to describe it. Or maybe Tyler knows where the name of this, but it's like the middle drop down of the east Death Mountain. Like the one where you drop down twice to get to a door that's blocked by Mitz rocks. I don't know. There's probably a name for this place, but man,
I don't. If there is, I don't know, but I know exactly where you're talking about.
Desert Fairy Ascension Cave. Oh yeah. Thank you to the tracker for the knowledge. But the main desert, I think I know that one of desert is... The desert left is the hidden shop, you know, the one that's like there's a ledge around it, you have to jump 3 times. I think that's one of the desert entrances.
Yeah, that's in the Dark World, and that's the one that Nubly does need.
Yes.
He needs the back of it as well, but right now, in terms of progression items, he needs that other item. Ooh,
yeah. Well, that's unfortunate though, because he doesn't have a hammer. So he can do a little, well, with Icebreaker he can do like 1 extra chest, but then he's gonna be stuck. We'll see what he does. But like when Falcon finds it, he's gonna be able to full clear it. I think we also have the big key for that, so...
Yeah, both runners have the big key, but no small keys.
Yeah, small keys for ice are nice to have, but not essentials. It's like Mire, you know. One small key of Mire, it makes your routing way smoother. You can go to the left, straight up. But if you don't, you can still complete the dungeon. Same for Mire, for Ice. It's just gonna take more time. Oh, and Falcon is on his way towards his Summer Hurricane. Looks like we're not doing Icebreaker for Nubly, but that's maybe a good idea since we don't have the hammers. Good luck yourself. Oh, okay. I thought we didn't have enough bombs for Falcon, but that was... He didn't have the right item equipped. So for those just joining us, good morning, Europeans. Good evening, North Americans. Good whatever time it is. People of wherever you are. I mean, everybody's welcome. But this is qualifier number 15. That's the second to last qualifier for the tournament that's starting on Monday. So a lot of people's ranking are on the line on these races. The next race is going to be tomorrow afternoon. I think it's going to be at 1 p.m. I could check for reals. But it's tomorrow afternoon in Eastern. So, and it's a big race. There's 20 people racing, I think, tonight. And when they finish, you'll see them appear in the chat. So, but we're focusing on Falcon. Falcon is a runner from Quebec, Canada, French community, and Nubly. I think he's a Nordic racer from the Nordic community. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm like 98% sure. And yeah, tomorrow at noon Eastern, and that would be 4 p.m. UTC for the next race and last race tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, go.
In about 11 hours of each other. And
yeah,
really some of the mid locations.
Yeah, you gotta go with your advantages. You know you have the mids. You go for the mids location, you know. And hopefully you'll find a desert soon, but did he go in Eastern and get the big key of desert? I don't see it on the tracker, and I don't think he went inside.
I don't think so either. No, he did not go into Eastern Palace. He saw it and then noped right out of there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's not... I don't think there was nothing required behind the key, the big key. But just the fact that the hammer is there by... And now he's gonna go in Gannis Tower. He has the Cane of Samaria, so he can't do the left side. You know, the... Is it the... No, yeah, the left side, but he can do the right side. So that's gonna be like 5 checks. Plus 3, plus 1, 9. So not too shabby.
No, and it's very tempting with all the items that you have right now to go at least do part of this.
Where is Falcon heading? Is Falcon going to Gannis Tower himself? No, he's gonna check some gloves location. Get. Well, Nubly's patient got rewarded here. And now I don't think he'll wait too long to go back there and get his his pendant in Eastern. Now he can clear it in one go.
Yeah, that's a nice find for him, holding off on Eastern Palace until he got that big key.
And apparently we have information on Nobody's side that Eastern is a pendant. But as you can see on Falcon's side, he doesn't have that information. So if he goes into Ganon's Tower, gets the big key of Eastern, he doesn't know it's a crystal or a pendant. That's good for him because we want him to get everything. He doesn't know he has a ped seed, but so if he puts away the pendants too much, it's not going to be good. So not knowing is a bliss for him in a way.
Yeah, and Noobly does find a third sword upgrade.
Yeah, the Tempered Sword is the best sword you can... Well, it's not... There's a better sword, but I mean... Ideally, that's the one you want in term like... It gives the most bang for your buck, you know? You can kill most bosses in low phases with it, and it's quite strong. This is not the most easiest room here from on Nobody's side, the Ganon's Tower. You gotta go fast because the bridge is falling, but there's a lot of things that wants to kill you, so you have to ideally use your cape, and there we go. Oops. All right.
Well,
I'm trying to think. Go ahead.
You won't be able to check the big chest here, but there's a couple more that he's heading towards. But what were you saying?
Yeah, I was trying. While I was not talking, I was trying to figure out what we're missing for Go mode. We're missing the big key of Turtle Rock, the big key of Desert, the big key of Mire, and then we're missing. We haven't found Tower of Era yet, and I think that's it.
Yeah, I think from an item perspective, we know where everything is. It's just a matter of finding the entrances and big
keys. Of course, like if you think nobody still needs to find his hammer and stuff, I'm talking like from a bird's eye view of everybody and everything that we have found. Oh, and a mirror, that's nice. That might unlock a few entrances that could contain Tower of Era.
It would have been nice to also have that 30 minutes ago, but I digress.
Yeah, well, it was blocked by Somaria, and Somaria was kind of deep in the lodge. I think both players got it pretty late, so... Technically, though, it's not locked by Somaria, because you can get to this chest with only the hammer and the hookshot, so... And we're gonna see a new entrance. We haven't seen pod entrance yet. Nobody went like all the way there as a Super Bunny and realized, oh, I can't do it without a Moon Pearl. So.
For 110 rubies, we find a fairy.
You know, I've paid for worse thing than that, so...
Yeah, we paid 500 rubies for a compass.
Yeah. A compass that works only in a specific location.
What kind of compass is this? Anyway, Noobly entering into the Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that's great for him. Can complete it. Can get everything. We'll find Desert Big Key that will hopefully lead him to his hammer. So,
Yeah, and he just found the Desert Palace big key, and I've got to think he'll full clear this one here. Because he does have the big key.
and a small key.
Well, Spy Cave not having anything.
No, but you gotta get it out of the way. So from what we see, Falcons really need to go to Ganon's Tower because you need a few things in there, and he can even get more stuff than Nobly could. But I'm not disagreeing with waiting a little bit more, maybe trying to get the big key, and then you can like get the big chest on the way, because it's not too bad for Nobly. He didn't have the big key, but he also didn't have the hammer, so you still have to go back, you know, to Render Room later probably. So then you can just continue a little bit and go back to the big chest. But if you clear all the basement except the big chest, that's like a hard thing to let behind. So I kind of agree with Falcon to wait a little bit, but especially since he's missing dungeons, he's missing Carvera, he's missing ice, so and he has plenty of options.
Yeah, I say go check those entrances that you haven't known about. You know where GT is available to you once you finish all these checks that you want to go off on a one-off over.
I'd say all in all, like, yeah, even if it's a ped seed, so far, this Crosskeys is really not that bad in terms of like paths and stuff. Like we got Dark World access pretty early and nothing too crazy to, and now we're pretty mobile.
Ooh, Hookshot Cave.
Yep.
But something I've got to point out, Sick Kid, who's in that Bonk Rock or that mid location, he had the second bow.
So that's the silvers. That's nice. It's not required if you can do a silverless Ganon, but you know it's gonna be nice for some bosses like Vitreous and Vicky of Mizurmeyer.
Yeah,
You know, Vitreous. Yeah, speaking of Vitreous, we're gonna be able to go and kill it, but the question is, will Falcon want to go there? Not knowing that we need to. It's a green pendant though, so it's like, hey, it's 3 chests, it's 3 items, and it's kind of quick with the silvers now. So. Well, you can't do anything if you don't have the mirror, Falcon.
Nope, can't do a thing. I will be right back. I'm just gonna take off for just about 5 seconds.
All right, I'll be counting. 1, 2. No. No, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna keep on keeping in. And here's a fantastic, almost perfect quick kill of the Armos. Just 1 arrow short, but that's not too bad. And here we have a pendant. And Falcon is going straight back to Meyer. So, I mean, nothing super important except the big key of desert in here. Let's see if he's gonna go do the land mollusk part first, or if he's gonna go check the 3 chests. Unfortunately, I don't remember where the entrances of desert are, since the stream started a bit on a, on a quick side of things. I kind of missed it, but we're gonna find it, I'm pretty sure. A map of ice. We already know where ice. TP entrances are Curiosity Shop, a Bumper Cave, and Paradox Stop. Okay. Okay, that's nice. Bumper Cave bottom is, I think it would be the most accessible of these locations. But it's not like, that's the problem. It's not something that's super on the way. You know, you kind of have to go there to go there. And both entrances, like if you think about it, Curiosity Shop and Bumper Cave Bottom, they are both like you have to go towards that. So, and I think right now,
did I miss anything?
no, we haven't found anything useful in Mire yet. Nobly got a pendant out of his Eastern. We already knew that though because of the map. And now he's heading in a connector. I maybe think to the mountain, and maybe he's gonna go kill the land mollusk. He's checking new entrances we haven't seen. Wouldn't that be nice if you could like mirror in the in between the two entrances there and fall in the entrance of desert that you want?
That would be great.
We need physics in our game. Oh, a big key of Thieves Town. That's something we needed.
Yeah, let's just get back in there. We can get blind from there with that big key.
Yep.
I think the big key chest still requires the small key from Thieves Town.
Yes, because you could like mess yourself up and misuse your keys, but we're not gonna do that here. We're excellent runners. Falcon is like if he knew that. Oh no, we still okay. No, that's not true. We're still missing Turtle Rock big key. But with that Thieves Town big key, we're very, very near a go mode here. The problem is for Falcon, he doesn't know it's a pedestal seat. Now he's sitting towards
out here very quick.
yeah, and I mean like he already has one crystal, one pendant done. We haven't found Era, but when we'll find it, it's gonna be like a super easy one to do, you know. Because we're just there. We have the hook shot. We can do Era Putt super quick, easy life. You know. The problem is really when is he gonna go do Eastern? He's gonna get Eastern in the Ganon Tower right here, but will he go straight there or not? That's the question.
Yeah, but this play makes sense to me because this is a very dense location. He has practically everything that they need to complete, at least the basement part.
Yeah, the only thing he won't be able to do is the big chest. It looks like Nubly is exploring the first part of Turtle Rock. So we'll see new stuff from both runners. I don't think we've seen this from Falcon, and we've not seen this part of Ganon's Tower from Nubly because of the hammer. So maybe someone's gonna find something that we need, which is Turtle Rock big key, and that's pretty much it. Okay, Nubly is gonna go do Land Mollusk now. Can drop down here.
And we're in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's like the part where there's no armor in desert, but but it's still the right mindset. You know, maybe I'll give him the mindset of, hey, there's also 3 other chests somewhere. And that would bring him back to the hammer. Because he has some advantage over Falcon, like knowing about the big key of Pod on the pedestal. And he knows where Ice Palace is. So Falcon still hasn't found Ice Palace. So once Nubly has all the information and all in his hammer, he might realize he's in go mode faster than Falcon. So nothing is played yet. And it's looked like there was nothing very useful on the render room and the Dark Magician room.
Yeah, I think the only decent thing maybe is that Falcon did get their 3rd sword upgrade.
Yeah. So that's... Oh, no, Falcon!
No! Go check the pad!
Well, 2 things. First, go check the pad. But also, don't leave without checking the left side. He left... Did he leave something in the room?
I want to say that he may have left something over there in tile room, and I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I think he left the eastern big key is in tile room.
Oh, that's right. So he didn't go over to the right side yet.
Yes, exactly. Maybe that's tactical, okay? Because you got the mirror. He's like, okay, I can check many entrances. I'm also I don't and I don't exactly. I don't have the big key of Ganon's Tower, so
I just found it.
Yeah. But you knew that there was a chance that this one was this one, and now once he go back to Ganon's Tower later, and he clears the left side, he'll be able to go open the big chest as I mentioned, and if he finds nothing, he'll know that he might need to do the climb, which nobody really wants to do, but you often have to do anyways. So I knowing that there was a big key hammer locked, sorry.
Oh, so Turtle Rock Big Key was on Spectacle Rock.
Okay, knowing that there was 2 big keys that were blocked by the hammer, I kind of agree with his decision. And now, for us, the commentators, we are in no mode. We have found everything we need.
We are missing one thing. We're missing the Tower of Terror entrance.
That's true. But we have all the things to access. Like, we have the mitts, we have the boots.
Yeah, item and key-wise, we
mirror.
know where everything is.
So, yeah, it's... But that's right. We still have information to find, but I kind of like it because from our perspective, it's really easy to see, but Falcon is nowhere near in go mode in his head, I think. Well, he might think he is, because he doesn't know what is the last pendant, right? For him, he could think, oh, but maybe a pod is the last pendant. And then I would be in go mode if I find ice and Tower of Error or whatever. So I think he's gonna look for entrance. Oh, and good news for Noobly, we're gonna get a hammer.
Yeah, I think he did spark going to Lemola, sparked it. Hey, I've got chests I can go open, and there he goes.
And that's gonna be like such a kind of a bittersweet feeling finding this here, because I think nobody got the big key of the small key of desert like an hour ago or something.
Yeah, so nobody got it early.
Yeah. But you gotta keep playing, keep rolling, even if you find like something that you are not happy about at this point, you gotta go continue, because he's not in a as bad spot as he looks like from somebody that finds hammer so late, because he found other things, and once he's in go mode, it's gonna unravel very quick. So I mean, right now, Noobly's probably looking for the Thieves Town Big Key. That we found in Mire. And for that, you need the Mire Big Key. That we found somewhere, I don't remember.
I can't remember either. But it was somewhere.
It's somewhere, that's for sure. I think it was on the left side of Swamp Palace.
Ooh, now that you mention it, I think that is where it is because Noobly hasn't even gone into Swamp Palace yet.
Yes, that's the big difference. And it looks like he could be going soon because Swamp Palace is in Kakariko. We have the mirror here. And also Noobly has... Oh, we found...
And there's Terra.
Era. Okay, well, probably that boat runners know where it is. We just... Because we started this stream with a little bit of a, you know, haptic delay here, where we started the stream around 10 minutes. We were 10 minutes in. Oh, no, it was hammerlocked. Okay, it's not in Kakariko. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So we didn't find it. We're just finding it now. Okay, looks like we're going to set up an Aeropod here. For those who don't know, Aeropod is the act of clipping into the pot. And once you're clipped in, you can hookshot yourself across and you will fall into the pit, which will bring you like an elevator all the way up. And you can skip most of the climb. And it saves a bit of time if you do it like on a first try, second try. Like this, it saves time. But if you start messing too much, then it loses time. So here it's a great attempt, and now we save time. So, you know, does Noobly have the small key of Swamp? Yes, he does. He even have the big key of Swamp. So, and he knows where it is. He has the flippers, the hammer. I think he couldn't go before because he didn't have the hammer. You know, that's quite logical. So now I think he'll go pretty soon, and then once he goes in there, he'll find the Mire big key. He'll know that this big key opens. It will open up the ped for him, right? And he'll know that this is the pod big key. And he'll also find the Thieves Town big key, and then he'll be in go mode. Well, no, he's still missing the Turtle Rock.
Right, and we know that one's easily accessible.
Well, but once Noobly's on his way in Swamp, he'll be steamrolling, and if he remembers, he probably he probably remembers that there are big keys on Spectacle Rock, and I mean, he's been there, so he probably noted that, I would assume. Just didn't find the time to go, so when he's in a big key go mode, he'll probably know.
Yeah, he did pick up the Ganon's key, Ganon big key over there on Floating Island, and he checked the tablet and didn't actually check Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, if he really didn't check it and he doesn't know, that could be a problem. Because is there anything in the mountain that would bring him back there? There's a Turtle Rock entry, but we need the Turtle Rock big key for that. So, but maybe, I don't know. Time will tell. That's where we're looking. That's where we're enjoying ourselves here on Zelda Speedruns. And while we're chatting here, I would like to give a massive shout out to the folks on Zelda Speedruns, the team here. Very nice work tonight to like on last minute notice, able to make a restream happen. Amazing job. And here, Noobly going for the swamp play.
Which is exactly the play he needs so that we can get the Mire big key.
Yes. And we're gonna go see Trinix here in a very short time from Falcon. We have the fire rod, we have the ice rod, we have the big key, we have a small key. But first, laser bridge. You know, one thing I like about doing Turtle Rock, you kill the boss, and it's one of the few dungeons where, especially like in Cross Keys, it kind of warp you away because the entrance is like separated from the dungeon, and it still warps you to the front. Like, imagine if you finish Desert. When you finish Desert, right, it warps you to the back of Desert entrance, but Turtle Rock warps you to the front. So Falcon will be able to go check the front once he finishes Trinix without having to walk there.
And that was a smart play by Falcon, exiting out right there at the bottom of Laser Bridge, so that way, when he dies like this, he'll be able to respawn right there.
Yep, that's a smart thing to do. That's a good. Yeah, that's exactly right from Tagrinet. That technically you don't have to exit the dungeon ever, so, but you can. It's like kind of a weird situation. So they decided, you know what, we're just gonna bring you all the way back, and that's great for us in Cross Keys. Sometimes you don't know where the entrance is to get those chests, and killing the boss is like an easy way to get there. Nubly is attempting the diver down play, while Trinix is getting destroyed by Falcon. Very nice fight. Small key to Ganon's Tower. Now that Falcon has a big key of Ganon's Tower, we'll see if that brings him... Yeah, it's looked like a little bit... Nubly is a little bit struggling with his setup for the diver down. And now that's a problem for him because he has sunken the key. And he has to restart from this. I'm not sure if you need to exit the dungeon to remove the water. I will say you don't need, but I always do it. But now he's gonna go for the...
You might need to. But it's so long since I've seen that happen that I don't know for sure anymore.
Yeah. I've always been confused about it, and yeah, you need to exit the dungeon.
So if I'm Nobly here, I would probably go and kill kill Argus, and then come back.
He can't because he doesn't have a key now. That's the problem.
Oh, that's right. We don't need the big key to get back there. We need a small key.
Yeah. All right, now we should be fine. That's the things, you know, it happens to everybody once, you know, you just exit and come back, and once you do it once, this mistake, then you never do it again. Falcon, where is he going? He's going in Turtle Rock. He has all the chests in there, so you can clear it now.
I think Falcon's just on the hunt for that Ice Palace entrance.
Yes, I don't remember. Do you remember where it is?
I want to say it's in Southern Dark World, but I could be wrong in that one. I didn't recall where Noobly found.
I think it's right here.
That works too. It's in the Mire area.
Yeah. Okay. So Falcon's gonna get a crystal here. Another crystal. And he'll be able to full clear the dungeon. And we have the first finisher, Flip Heel, finished in first place with a time of 1:46.27. That's a fantastic time for a pedestal seed in a cross keys. That's gonna be great for his score in this qualifier. If he's still qualifying, because he might be playing without, if you have already done four races, you can still play, but it won't affect. So we'll check this out.
Yeah, and I don't know if Flip has done 4 or not, but there is the oh, I'm sorry, that's the Skullwoods. Mire's over here on the other side.
Yeah.
Or it's in the back, I can't remember.
No, I think it's on the. Did he just find it?
No, that was Skullwoods, big key.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was half right. I thought I was a big key there. I just. And so, I think Noobly's gonna go for the diver down again. Get the bomb. But he has only 2 hearts, so he must be careful. This one is a little bit less problematic. If you miss it, you don't have to exit the dungeon and whatever. You can just go and flick the switch. And he's gonna attempt the version with Samaria. Which is, he could have done that version too, and he gets it. This version it works in both places. Poop. Falcon doesn't have keys, so he has to. I think he's farming magic, actually, right? What? Why was he killing everybody?
I gotta think for magic.
He has bombos, and there's gonna be 2 small magic refill. So I don't know. Yeah, I can confirm that I think Flip Hill, that was more than his 4th race.
Well, speaking of racers, we have our second place finisher, Magnificent, with a time of 1:50 and 2 seconds.
4 minutes behind. That's kind of good. That's very nice. Indeed, it's very nice. So, congrats to Magnificent. Okay, so Falcon doing the bump jump, the free bump jump here that I somehow always miss. While Noobly's gonna go back in ice, and we're gonna have 2 players in the same dungeon for the first time for all the stream. A small kid Ganon's Tower, that's another misdirection. I feel like Falcon is probably gonna go in Ganon's Tower before he does the pedestal. And I'm guessing a lot of racers today in today's race are gonna do that.
Yeah, I think so. There's just so many items in there that you can check, and any one of them could be the big key that you're looking for.
And you know, it's kind of funny, but I don't know, because when you're playing, you know, you can see when somebody finished, right? Okay, so we're playing, and at 146, somebody finishes. What do I think? Well, oh, it's a very quick seed. And what do you think? When you think of a quick seed, you don't think about pedestal, right? So, but
No.
maybe you will think it's a pedestal because you'll know that you have the book early, but because if you have the knowledge, then it's free, you know? But it's been interesting to see if there's like, if people will play the time. Because it could be at their disadvantage.
Could be.
And Falcon gets, I would say it's a 6th crystal. 5th crystal. I wonder why Falcon is not going into Thieves Town.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. It's a dungeon you can clear at this point.
Yeah, he has the big key. He found the big key in Ganon's Tower a little while ago. Is it that he never found it? No, he did, because there was a hookshot there.
Yeah, so he knows where Thieves Town is. It's just a matter of when do you go back.
Maybe it is this because they're waiting to find the small key, so they don't let it behind. You know.
Yeah,
I could get behind that.
Yeah,
And,
because if one of those big keys are in that big chest, you don't want to orphan it.
Exactly. And he's still looking for entrances because he never found Era yet. You know, we just found Ice. Still missing for Era, which is located in the village of Outcasts, blocked by the Hammerpeg's house. What is this? Mr. Meyer. We've already been there. And I don't think we've seen the prize on Agina. Or Sashwara, rather.
I don't think we did, but maybe we did. I want to say we perhaps did, and I think it was like a burrito or something. But I could be 100% wrong in
Yeah,
that.
that's probably what happened. Because you do not do, but especially I think Sashwara is like in Kakariko, so you do not like do the green pendant and not check it. So.
Oh, right. Chat is saying that it was the cane of Burna, the blue cane.
No, that's not bad. I mean, we're probably never gonna see it used, but yeah. You know, some of these things. Well, okay, in Cross Keys it's less true, but some of these things, you know, it's nice to find them just because they fill a spot in your menu, and it makes it easier to menu. But in Cross Keys we have the quick menu, so having more stuff is like a burden because the more you fill up your inventory, the more you have to scroll through things, and then it's just faster at this point to just open your menu. Alright, so nobody finished Ice, and nobody is catching up slowly on his big problem is really the big key of Turtle Rock. When will he find this? Because that's the only thing that's like, I'm not even sure why he's looking for places. I guess he's looking for caves with chests, but in terms of dungeons, he found everything.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Nubly is trying to go or trying to find. I gotta think he's trying to find the big key to Thieves Town.
Yeah.
Or one of the other big keys. He's
Or
looking for.
and look like he's heading towards Ganon's Tower, which is where he will find his Thieves Town big key. So that's good news for him. We just have to hope that he doesn't go up the tower, because we know we don't have to do it, and it might be tempting. So we're seeing new stuff here on Falcon side. We've never been to Thieves Town. Well, we've been earlier in the run, but we've not been in the second part, the basement.
Unfortunately for us, now the runners, we do know that there's nothing down here of consequence, but our runners don't know that.
Exactly. Always easier when you have two streams that you can watch at the same time, plus people tracking for you, plus outside information. I mean, like, playing and watching is two different things. And for Falcon, it makes a lot of sense to check this. So it's not because we know that it's not a good play right now for him that it is not a good play for him right now. You know, I don't know if you understand.
No, I get it. It's not a good play overall, but it is still something that needs to be done because it is a crystal dungeon.
Exactly. So that there's two perspectives. There's his perspective and there's our perspective, and it's very different. Pretty nice script so far from the Falcon. The last phase of the script is always a little bit of an improvisation, you know. But the first two phases, pretty nice. And he got a key for Turtle Rock. He doesn't need it.
But we did find all of them. But yeah, you're right. He doesn't need it.
And that's the 6th crystal of Falcon. Now he only needs to finish Pod and go to Ganon's Tower. But we're a long way from there. We're gonna see the big key of Ganon's Tower being used.
Only nets at some 50 rubies.
Yep. Falcon is thinking, I'm gonna go in the back of Agina's because I've got a key to Castle Tower and I want to check that. And that's not bad. Okay, Nubly didn't go for the full Ganon's Tower play. He's not going up all the way, and that's good for him. We're gonna check the big red bomb. Can we walk it all the way? Or we're gonna fly with it? Yeah. So as you can see, our two first runners, Flip Heel, finished 146. And it's been 15 minutes. And we're still only two people finished. So that's kind of a relief, I guess, for the people. But the problem is for the score of the qualifier, that's gonna drop the average of the top 25% by a lot. That, you know, the two people got kind of a very, very, very good time. Because I think we have 20 racers. Around 20 racers today, so top 25% would be 5 racers. So we have already 2 out of 5 for the average.
Yeah, I'm not even going to pretend to know how the scoring works here. I'm like, so I looked at how they figured everything out. I'm like, okay, I think I fell, but I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to worry.
The only reason I know is because I'm one of the person that had to make the research to create the system last year and stuff. So, but yeah, you can just follow the Cross Keys tournament leaderboard, and it's all automatically updating itself on real time. That's pretty crazy, I know. Tresco is a beast with coding and stuff. But yeah, basically just the average of the top 25% will be the score in which you are deducted points from. So if you are closest to the top players, you will get a better score for your qualifier. And Plasma Kappa gets the 3rd spot, the bronze medal tonight in our qualifier with a time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 0 is flush time.
Very nice.
Yeah, Plasma Kappa, also someone I think that was already qualified. He's one of our top runners in the qualifiers. So no, not a big surprise here to see him in the top finishers. But well made. And I think we're gonna see a lot of people full clearing this game because pedestal is really nasty in this mode. Unfortunately for Nobly had like the god intel of knowing it's a pedestal seed, but he's missing the big key. I have a 2 big key. He still doesn't have the big key of Myra, and I think we thought it was gonna be in Swamp, but it wasn't. So where is that big key? Because Falcon got it early.
I can't think of where. I thought it was in Swamp as well. So I can't remember where it was now.
That's gonna be very important for him because he knows he can't do the pedestal if he doesn't find his big key. So Falcon is gonna go do the climb. Or he's gonna do the right side first? Yes, the right side, and he's gonna get his big key of Eastern.
Yeah, that'll be helpful for him because he does need it.
Yes, that'll be his go mode. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. But it's gonna be like the last item he needs before the pedestal to give him access to the pedestal, basically. But I have a feeling, I don't know if we're gonna see him because he didn't find Era yet, right? So even if he thinks about, I could do the climb for 4 chests, and I'm not sure if there's I think there's a hole. I think it's the Uncle hole. So I think when you kill Ganon's Tower, there's two chests extra. So that would be like I could do the climb for 6 chests. Or I could go in Eastern for 2. And you can't really think about the pedestal because you don't even have found Era yet. So I don't know if we're going to see him do the climb or go to Eastern.
I'm going to place a bet and say that he probably will take the climb here just because of what you were saying with logic. It's like there's 6 chests that I can get from this.
Oh, I think that's where the Major Meyer big key is, right here for Nobly.
Over in Hookshot Cave.
Yes.
Yep.
I remember now. It's all coming back to me. All right, that's good news for Nobly. Well, he needs to go back to the mountain. And Wall Kicks gets first place with 2:05.50. Congratulations. All right, Nubly is going straight to Meyer. He'll get his last pendant, and also that'll give him the big key of Thieves Down. So that's 2-on-1 for him. That's like what he needs.
Yeah, and I think he Nobly might know that he's in go mode of this, because I've got to think he knows where the big key to Turtle Rock is.
I hope so for him. That would be great. But in a way, you know, why not go pick up earlier and finish Turtle Rock if he knew though?
That's fair. I don't know. We'll have to look and see what he does.
Yes.
Here, but Jay Coper finishes in 5th place. The time of 2:06.50.
Yes, congratulations to Jay Copper. Very nice time for Crosskeys, considering, you know. Yeah. And I think if there was really, like, I think 20 racers, I don't want to go check the race right now because I don't want to get spoiled from the 15 minutes. But I think there were 20 racers, so I think these are the 5 times 22 racers, so I think these 5 times will be the 25%. So from now on, people will start slowly losing ranking, you know, so you gotta finish as soon as possible. Thank you for the clarification. So yeah, Falcon went for the climb. That's unfortunate, but that's a very understandable decision from him, you know.
Yeah, based on what Falcon has left, I mean, it's 6 checks, like he said earlier, and probably one of the smarter plays he has, considering what knowledge he does have.
Yep. Wall kicks. That's true. That's gonna be, like I said, like the fact that 2 people really had a really good time, and a lot of people will probably have way farther times. That's gonna be rough on the scores for some people. Fortunately, that's some people that's gonna be their 4th race. You know, so it's you get to do four races. And we take the 3 best score. Basically, we remove your worst. So if you happen to have a race where you get a bad score, it's not too bad. Like, I know for a fact here, Falcon, he's trying to improve his score, but if he just keeps the score he has, he'll be around 30 to 40. So he's in no fear of being unqualified here. He's just trying to improve. So. While Nubly, though, is fighting for his place in the brackets currently. And Days Cloud finished with a 6th place. Time of 2:09.30. Followed by 1UP with a few seconds later, 35 seconds later, in fact, with a 2:10.05 for 2nd place, but not 7th place. All right, we reached the top of Ganon's Tower, and we're gonna find deception here. Oh, that's a fall.
Sholdorm acting like its namesake.
And nobody's just found the green pendant and his big key of Thieves Town. So if, like you say, if what you said is true, that he might know where the big key of Turtle Rock is on Spectacle Rock, he would be in go mode, but I don't think he knows. I think I can confirm from experience that once the top 25 racers are found, it's updated in real time on the website, for my experience. So if the racers' time from this race are already in it for today, it might be updated already. And nobody's going for it. He's going for the big key on the pedestal. Falcon will find great disappointment. No, I don't even know what he could find. You know, maybe pieces of heart or Aether medallion in the Hunkle.
I think it's just going to either be rubies, bombs, or a piece of heart.
Yeah, there's nobody had quite a race today where he had the knowledge of the pod big key super early, but he's had some troubles, and he's got a very late Moon Pearl if we compare to Falcon. After that, he got the hammer at 1 hour 30, but always the knowledge of the big key of pod was something to hold onto, but sadly, the big key of Turtle Rock is still missing from him on the top of Spectacle Rock right now. And Late Bit finished in 8th place twice, according to the bot. Falcon seems to be going to go check the pedestal now, which is good for him.
This is what he needs to know. Oh crap! Now I need to go find Tower of Terror. I've got to go to Eastern Pass. I'm expecting bombs and rage slashes.
Yeah.
And I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, I think Late Bit tied with Late Bit effectively. Crazy race. And Akir finishing 9th place with a time of 2:14:36.
I was going to give a shout out. -2 Coins is rating us with a few people. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Key Tournament. Falcon and Nobley are just finishing up a few checks to get them into go mode to finish off the game.
Yeah, Falcon he's in knowledge mode. Okay, he knows where his last big key is. He has all he needs. So from now on, he's just gonna go kill the bosses. Nobody still has to check some stuff. And so it's gonna be really quick from here from Falcon. I would expect. Well, that's not true, is it? Because he doesn't know where Tower of Terror is.
Yeah, Falcon's still gonna find Tower of Terror, which we both know it's in the village of Outcast down behind those hammer pegs.
Yeah. But he must know, like, that he doesn't have that much place to check. So because he has a map tracker, so I'm sure he'll find it in no time. And Wolfie takes the 10th place with a time of 2:15:32.
You know, I think Noobly doesn't know where the Turtle Rock Big Key is. He's coming back to check the Big Key chest.
Yeah. Skull Woods. We knew that from a long time ago. Did he? Okay, yeah. So he beat the boss. You go beat the boss for sure first, because what if the big key you're looking for is there? That's really unfortunate for Noobly here. And the really problem for him is that he doesn't really have anything to do on the mountain. Like, there's no entrance or passage that go there, so, and he's checked everything, so I don't know when he's gonna think to go back there, or now he's gonna check on his map and think, where did I not go and what did I miss? And that's never a good feeling when you're playing Cross Keys, when you're like feeling like you're missing something that you just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and you're racking your brain like, how did I miss this? Or did I check this and I forgot to mark it?
Small key to Thief's Town. And now every time he's gonna find something, it's gonna lead him farther away from what he needs to do. Because now he's gonna, oh, that must be it. That's what I forgot. The small key of Thief's Town. And he's gonna go there. And at some point, he might even go to the climb of Ganon's Tower. You know.
Could very well.
And while we're talking, Day Wizard 09 finished in 11th place with 2:16:37, and Alazun finished a few seconds later, and a minute later with 2:15. I can't. What is 2:17:45? Sorry.
Yep. There we go. And Falcon up in Tower of Terror, taking on Trolldorn.
Oh, that's good for him.
Yeah, Falcon's got to know at this point now he's in go mode, because he's just going to get the final bend in.
Yep. And even Pod is going to be super quick. He just has to go to the boss, kill the boss, and then go beat Ganon in the cemetery. So that's the nice part about Cross Keys. When you're in go mode, no time to lose. It goes fast. You don't have to go everything is quick, easy to access. Bam, 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 bam. Fortunately, when you last location, the big key of Paths of Darkness, it makes things a bit slower.
Yeah, a little bitterness.
It is time for Falcon to be officially in go mode. 2:19:58. While PRD Wong finished in 13th place with a time of 2:19:42. And Falcon is almost there. He can feel it. He can smell the Triforce. Yes, it happened that the latest seed, the one we do at 1 p.m. Eastern, is the pet seed of the bunch.
Everything crazy happens at this point of the day.
I regret nothing, you know. When I decided to not race tonight and just commentate, and well, I'm, you know, watching this, I feel like I saved myself a great deal of trouble. Not playing tonight and just hanging out with you guys on ZeldaSpeedRuns, and with you, Tyler W.
I've been enjoying this. My sleep schedule will probably hate me in the morning, but I figured, you know what, with this being a pet seed, this was well worth it.
Yeah. And you know what I think is poetic tonight is like all night long we never saw anybody say, "Is it what is on the pad? Where's it?" You know, sometimes it's the chat. You know, the Twitch chat is always a bit memeing. You know, the pedestal, and nobody tonight. And it was a pet seed. So it's when you don't ask for it that you get it. That's the poetic thing about it. And Incoherent,
always happens.
Yeah, Incoherent finished in 14th place with a time of 2:21:38. So we've only got 7 runners left in this, if my math is correct. And I think it's not. 8 runners. Although we don't know. I don't know if the forfeits, if there is forfeits, if the ZSR bot says it out loud, you know. That'll be a bit mean, you know, so.
Yeah, I don't think the bot says it in chat if there's a forfeit or not.
Falcon gets his last crystal. And Ganon is not far away. And it's gonna be quite a comfortable fight, you know. Butter sword, we'll call it butter sword, but it's golden sword, silvers. It's gonna be quite a. Oh, and Nubly is digging. Shoal dash right there.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon.
So Ganon with the butter sword, with the golden sword, it's only 6 hit per phase. So that was the second phase already, and so now we have to hit 4 times and then 4 silver arrows. Easy life. I'm pretty sure at this hour, Falcon, I know he's in Eastern time. He just probably wants to go to sleep at this point. So just like, get this over with. I want to go sleep. I don't care. And I never know if it's chemo or chemo. But one of those two, this person, finished in 15th place with a time of 2:24:07. And Falcon has his sword in the air. So it's Chimo. All right. And Falcon finishes in an official 16th place with a time of 2:24:50. Congratulations. And he's the winner here on the restream match between him and Nubly.
Yeah, GG's Falcons. If you haven't already, get your GG's in chat for them.
I mean, I think it's a nice time for you know, checking pretty much everything. So Nubly is going to keep looking for his big key. Falcon, do you want to join for a voice interview or just keep in the chat? I figure you're probably very tired. But if you can join the ZeldaSpeedRuns forum, the forum, is it 1929 or something? The Discord server, we can bring you up with us. I'll link it to you. Salutations, Falcon.
Salut, Skireliot.
We're gonna switch in English, but GG.
I tried to say English. Yeah, sorry.
What did you like about this seed the most?
What I like about that seed, I believe it's my early playing pod. I opened the first door because I had the first key super quickly, and I got the boots out of it, and I think that it was a very good decision.
Yes, from our side, looking comparing to Nobly, at least that's what we had as information. Like, you really got a good start in this race with the quick boots, and then that led to the quick Moon Pearl. Unfortunately, that was a pet seed.
Yeah, and I think that mid race, what I did was rush as much locations as possible, and where there are a lot of items, because I knew that 2 big keys were waiting for me behind the mirror, and I was hoping it was big keys I need.
Yes.
So I rushed Ice Palace. I went into GT, and then right after that, I kind of regret to go into GT because I had only one small key. So I said, maybe it's not a good idea. But well, I got the mirror out of it. Just a bit. Well, I mean, there was something else on the right side of GT that I need, but I didn't know that at the time.
Yes.
I think
When
the
we saw you leave,
yeah, Eastern big key was there, right?
yeah, it was on the tile room, and when we saw you, we were like, "Oh no, that's terrible." But if I could understand your play, because I get the mirror, it's 2 big keys.
Yeah.
And you don't have all the information for your. I think Nobly had the map of Eastern somehow, so he knew a long time ago that it was a pen. But for you didn't have all the information for your crystal, so you didn't know if pod was needed or not. So
Yeah. Well, I knew very fast what were my crystals because I talked to Sasha, and I got the map of Eastern and
okay.
Era quite quickly. Well, maybe Eastern map was a bit later. But that knowledge was there. The only knowledge I didn't have was that pedestal. It's a bit sad because I had that book very early. I had a lot of occasions to just go check this, but well.
Yes. And most importantly here at the end there, you decided to do the climb before checking the pedestal.
Yeah, well, it was still 6 subjects, so in my mind it was not a bad idea. I had like 3 or maybe even 4 keys for GT. I don't know. So it was fully in logic.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know how many keys I had, but looks like I had more than 2. At least 3.
Yeah. So we know that this was your 4th race and last race. Do you happen to know if this score improved your overall ranking, or will it be flushed?
I think that I did slightly better than the last one, because the last one I finished second last because I basically last location.
Yeah, I still remember that.
Fortunately for me, the first 2 race, maybe it was a bit of luck or I don't know, but I got something like 10th place, or I was in the top 16 with the 2 first race.
Yes.
Right now I'm 32 3rd. So it's not too bad. It would have been fun, of course, to go back in the top 20 or something, but well, was it going to happen because we had like 1 hour 45, the fastest time, I think, tonight.
Yeah,
It was super fast.
Flippy, I don't know what happened to him, but he got it. I am pretty sure he must have known super early about the pedestal and then just find all the right places. It's a bit
Yeah,
that what happened here on Restream. Nobody found about the pedestal super early. Unfortunately, right now he's still looking for the Turtle Rock big key. He forgot about it on Spectacle Rock, so
oh my
that
god.
hurt him terribly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not helping him.
Yes.
Yeah, those two big keys, they were marked with the two symbols that I keep for big keys. So that's that. Well, you saw it. I got the mirror. I went for those keys immediately.
Yeah. It makes sense. We didn't know because we know nobody had already got the mirror before you, and you went for the one big key of Ganon's Tower, but you never went for the other. So we were a bit surprised when we saw the other one. We're like, oh, you forgot about this. So, and
Oh
he's
my
still
god,
looking to this
yeah.
day. All right, so I don't want to take too much of your time because it's very late here, and I know tomorrow.
Yeah. I kind of kind of need to sleep. Maybe I was not sure if it was a good idea, but oh well. I had fun. I'm not unhappy. I mean, with everything that I cleared, so it's not a bad time for that.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying. Like if you compare to the first time, it looks like 40 minutes behind. But look, if you really think about it, like clearing everything, almost last occasioning the big key, pedestal seed, sub 230. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I had. I don't know why the stream seems to be frozen on my side, but anyway, it finished up on my own restream, and I got 186.
Yeah, I think we saw that.
Can't be unhappy about this.
No. All right, well, we wish you a good luck in the following brackets.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm in the middle, so thank you for the restreaming me, and it's nice. And
You're
thank
welcome.
you, both of you. I mean, Tyler, Scarelia, for commentating and everything.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure to watch you, Falcon.
And I wish you a good night. Don't know where you are, Tyler, but good night, Scarelia, because I know where you are.
It's 1:50 in the morning where I'm at.
All right. All right. See you.
Salut, bonne soirée. And we're back.
Yep. Nobly still hasn't looked up at that Spectacle Rock. He's doing everything else. The Chainsmiths, looks like Peg Cave over there by where everything else you said, and I cannot talk because, like I said, it's 1:50 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, at least nobody's got that for him. Since he's in the Nordic region of the world right now, he's in the morning, so his day is just beginning. So the more the time pass, the more awake he will be, and the more prone to remembering where the big key is. So that's the way time zone works. For some, it's getting worse, and for some, it's getting better. You're gonna see Smiths. And Matt the Ogre finished in 17th place with a time of 2:35.11. I never know if I need to like scream the Ogre because it's in caps. So in my head I'll always do it. I kept
Yeah,
it.
it's like you say, Matt the Ogre.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I read it in my head whenever I see his username.
And checking the Thief's chest now for Nobly.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna check everything. And did we see? I was not paying so much attention while I was conducting the interview with Falcon, but did we do the Ganon Tower climb? Because I think we just got his key now.
We have not yet, but it looks like Nobly may be heading that way.
Yeah. Maybe he was saved because he didn't have the small key, but now seeing that small key, I can totally understand his decision. Like, oh, it must be it was Ganon's Tower or something.
Yeah, it looks like Nobly is heading up there to do the GT climb.
Well, that's 6 items. We know for a fact, watching Falcon do it, that it's not gonna. At least he already did the big chest, so.
Yeah, at the very least, it's just the climb that we have to do.
Yep. The climb that we do in all the seeds, almost in all the seeds in the world. You know, we don't often play, fast Ganon seeds or whatever. So, well, I'm speaking for myself. But in Cross Keys, sometimes it's the nice seeds where you don't have to do it. But somehow, it always feels like you have to do it anyways in Cross Keys.
Yeah, I also do stuff with the Ocarina of Time randomizer, and we have a saying over there that a Shadow Temple always finds a way, that it always has some sort of item or progression or something. And I'm reminded of that as you're saying that for Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. Like, I'm guessing I don't do I've never finished the seed of Ocarina of Time randomizer, but I'm guessing the Shadow Temple is like, it's very long and you just don't want to go there, and you always have to do.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Is it that like you can't, but what if you need to beat the dungeon for the crystal? Is it like a super fast way to the end and then there's like a labyrinth of things you don't want to do?
I believe so. I don't really run these randomizers. I do watch a lot of them and learn how things are done, so that way if I ever do try to take it up, I know kind of what's going on. Mm-hmm. But Stone Shadow on Incoherent in chat, Stone Shadow is basically like Pendant Turtle Rock.
All right. Yeah. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, that would be a. I'm equipped to do it. I got a EverDrive. I said myself, I'm gonna do some Ocarina of Time randomizer, but I never got around to it. It feels too long, but I guess when you learn it and you learn the glitch and the routes and stuff, it gets better. But for me, I think the 2 or 3 hours of A Link to the Past is just perfect.
Yeah, 2 hours of Link to the Past, and this is a game a lot of us probably grew up on. So
yes. Well, I grew on both, I have a place for both of Ocarina of Time and Link to the Past, and even the Wind Waker.
Yeah, I've been more tend to gear towards more Ocarina of Time because that was the first Zelda I ever completed on my own. But then I came back and did Link to the Past and could finally clear it.
It's never too late to clear Link to the Past. So Nubly is pretty much done with the climb here. We're gonna get to the juicy part with the chest.
Yeah, I think after Nubly does Uncle, and he's gonna be looking like, what did I miss? We'll probably see some menus and it's like, what happened?
Yeah. Very unfortunate, because like if there was anything, in the mountain that he might want to go back to, like, actually it's like kind of sad, because the only door that there that he would want to go to is the desert, is the Turtle Rock big chest. That's the entrance is right next to Spectacle Rock, but you don't want to go there without the big key. So it's like such a bird. It's
a double whammy.
Yes, exactly. It's like just the worst situation for him. Very unfortunate because honestly, watching the race, I thought once Nubly gets in, like once he seemed a little bit behind because of the Moon Pearl, he got laid, the boots, whatever. But I felt like just the knowledge of the pedestal seed was way enough to that the knowledge was he will be able to clear the rest of the game faster, and I think that would have been true if he had gotten that turtle rugby key. He could have even beaten Falcon, I think, in this restream here, but fortunately,
Yeah, I think if he would have gone down and gotten it from Spectacle Rock when he got the Ganon Tower big key,
yes,
that there would have been a whole completely different seed for.
and yeah, we've missed a couple of finishes while we were talking, and Windfox finished in 18th place with a 240.23, and Chex Human finished in 19th place with a 240.32 right after.
GG's to them.
And Aghanim is down. You got lucky that I didn't sing my French patented Agadou song. That's a very that's like I'm not gonna do it here, but because I was too concentrated talking about the finisher, and also it would make no sense in English.
Okay, I don't speak French, so I probably wouldn't be able to understand it anyway.
All right, we got the 2 items, and we got a bomb, frustration bomb here, and well deserved. I mean, you climb for 8 minutes, or I don't know, maybe 6 minutes the Gannis Tower, only to get like empty chests with rupees and stuff. It's no bueno.
Yeah, they only get bombs or rubies after that. The payoff, it's like, come on.
So where do we go now? We go to the menu.
Know. We go to the menu and try to think what did we not do?
Yes. Feels like we're gonna go back to the dark shopping mall. I've been in this place many times in my in races where you're just like, it feels so frustrating. Like, what did I miss? Why do I always last location something? Why can't I for once? It's just so frustrating when it happens.
Yes, and I know I would be in the same place every single race I would do here in a cross key randomizer. I'd be still hunting probably for a couple big keys at this point.
Yeah. So went back to check on this. If a connector can just bring him to the mountain, that'd be perfect. Just need to wait. You just need to go to the mountain. Like all his checks, he's never been back to the mountain, and I feel like
Hookshot Cave does take you there, but I could be. It's been a while since we've seen it, so
yes,
I may be wrong.
But that's a connector he didn't check, so for him, he might be thinking, okay, that's the right path. And it's the mountain. I hope maybe if he mirrors and he starts checking stuff, we might be in for good. Oh, desert. No, we've done that. Okay, very nice. If you want to pass through a portal, but you don't want to activate it, just pick up a bomb or a summoner block and you will not get warped. And Nubly seems lost.
Okay, flew 2-1. Flew 2-1.
In the meantime, I would recommend people please follow our runners of the day, Falcon and Nobly, for putting on the show. It's a very unfortunate situation here for Nobly, but he's persevering, and that's what we like to see. His tournament ranking is on the line here. He'll have a chance maybe later to, I don't know if he plans on it, but he could technically play another seed later today. It's like in about, it's 4 a.m. It's at noon, so it's in 8 hours. So, and that's the next one will be the last one for the qualifiers. And yeah, you can also follow my co-commentator Tyler W at twait 89. I can't say
85-49.
Okay, thank you. The numbers, man, I have problems. And I'm Scarolive, so you can follow me there. And this game has been tracked by Adelor Soltaire. I hope I say that right. And Zaruvian, which you can find their link to their Twitch right here. Please consider following. Everybody here is doing voluntary work, and it's just a great show of support. And of course, if you're not following already the Zelda Speedrun channel, please do so. You will see a lot of upcoming matches of this tournament on this platform. And also there's plenty of other Zelda games to watch all day, all night. So never a bad thing to be following this channel. And all the other channels as well in the Zelda Speedrun family.
Indeed. As we'll still continuing to check, as we've mentioned many times here already, the bracket stages are coming up starting next week. It is a double elimination tournament. 64 top runners based off these qualifiers. So there's a lot more randomizer coming your.
Yes. Indeed. I'm really looking forward to a lot of matches that's gonna happen. Plenty of good runners in the top 64. Last year, everybody qualified. This year, we said, okay, we got to put something on the line for the qualifiers. Got to restrict a little bit more the bracket, but and we have bigger participation this year. Last year, everybody that joined, we had 71 racers in total, or 81. And this year we've had more than 100 person on the challenge that registered to the tournament. So
That's
it's
always,
really, yeah. Go.
It's always good to see a race and the channel get bigger, and we continue to provide great randomizers like this.
Yeah, I think it's great to see this. Like, even if the time goes, you'd say, randomizer is dying or whatever. No, it's not. I mean, the community gets bigger. The league, if you just look at the league, we had from like 16 to 64 teams. Like, it's a big expansion, and it's thanks to like all the organizations. Like, you think things like Go Mode Podcast, like, it's bringing so many new people to the scene, and the mentor tournament is making the new people get in touch with more experienced runner to help them grow. You've got Cross Keys tournament, you've got the league. It's just such a wonderful scene, and everybody that's in it. I mean, we see the results when there's too many tournaments at once. There's no we are at the same time as the Sporter tournament, and we try to avoid it, but it's just like if we wait too much, we're gonna be over the main tournament. It's just like there's too much tournaments. There's not enough time in a year for all the tournaments we want to do. So for me, that's just crazy. Crazy nice. And nobody has found itself in a cave with a fairy, contemplating life.
Well, at least you're not alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real hard, and then you start to have like the, Nordic. There was a Nordic tournament recently. There's a German tournament that's been announced. There's a Spanish tournament starting. The French tournament is on the way. It's just there's too much. There's too much Zelda, but there can never be enough.
I was about to say there's never too much Zelda, but not enough time to play all Zelda.
Yeah. So I don't know when it will happen, but I can already confirm. I think it's pretty evident here. Nubly has forfeited this race, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for that. I wonder if Nubly just checked off a Spectacle Rock on their own personal tracker and not even realizing that they didn't pick it up.
Yeah, it must be something like this, it's really hard to say. Sometimes you just walk past it and you I don't know if he's using a map track just for entrance or if he's using, I think he's gonna find it now. And I think that's when he's gonna pull the plug. Yes, see, this is not race legal.
Well, everyone, congratulations! We're seeing major glitches.
There we go. It's 4 a.m. It's legal now.
Oh, jeez.
Do not try this at home. You can try this at home. It's really fun to do, actually. And it's good for your movement. Like when you learn how to, and I'm really not like someone that's good at overworld glitches, but when you learn, oh, that's against our entrance that we are in. So,
oh, that's right. I forget that.
Let's see if we're gonna get Nubly here or for a quick interview. Maybe he's not feeling it. Maybe he is feeling it. Yeah, I see him. Come on down. Hey.
Imagine marking Spectacle Rock as not junk.
Yeah, that's what we slowly figured out. It was. I'm pretty sure it was even more painful for you than it was for us.
Oh, yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm looking for Laser Bridge because that's the only thing that can give the big key at that point.
Yeah, and Laser Bridge was desert, the entrance you can't really get into. So
yeah, I figured that when I checked GT.
Yeah, and the sad part was we thought, if you could only go to the mountain and you would walk past, you would see it. But the only thing that was of notice on the mountain was the entrance with a big chest after the rock, which you couldn't go in without the big key.
Well, if I knew the big key was there, then I would have done the big key when I was there,
Yeah.
checking the rest of Third Rock, like the big key chest and stuff. But
Because
I had marked Spectral Rock as nothing, so.
otherwise, like you had the knowledge of the pedestal required super early, and I think you would have probably won this race against Falcon if you just picked it up like after with the Gannis Tower key, you know, like Falcon did, and you had a little bit of trouble with your boots and Moon Pearl, but once and the hammer, but the knowledge of the pedestal seed was really in your favor. But what do you think about that?
I mean, I like a ped seed, but not like that. The one thing that blocked me off was the hammer, actually.
Yeah.
The hammer was annoying.
You got it like 134, and I think you got the small key about 20 minutes in.
Yeah. Also, what was on my mind was that when I entered GT, I didn't have the hammer. So I had to take the right side. So I was like, okay, I need to find another small key to climb the GT. So I was pulling my hair left and right, looking for a small key to GT to climb as well. And when I saw someone finish at 146, I was like, what the heck have I done with my life?
Yeah, very quick. And that's very unfortunate for you because with the forfeit here, it's gonna not even be a...
Oh yeah, I am doing the race in... My plan was to play both today.
Okay, yeah, so there's one that's happening in, I think, 8 hours from now?
Yeah, it starts like 6 p.m. my time, so
yeah.
6, 7, 8 hours.
And then that was your third, so that's gonna be your fourth, and since we take the best 3, technically this one is erased forever, and it's never happened.
Yeah, I just need to hit like 800 to be like at the minimum marge at this point.
Yeah.
I was hoping to hit like 800 plus today, and then somewhere between 8 and 900 on the next, but looks like we're going for plan B. Tracking is a thing.
It happened to all of us, man. Just unfortunate that it happens in a in a tournament qualifier race, but I have good hope for you tonight. That you'll do well, and I wish you the best.
I was a little bit furious about boots, to be fair, as well. Kind of tilted me a little bit.
Yeah, when you got the bow, we were like, oh, he's gonna go back in there, but you waited for the keys, and that was technically not a bad call to wait to have all the keys. But
I wasn't waiting for keys. I was waiting for a hammer, so I could skip opening the front door.
Yeah,
because the bow is not really needed. Just give me the hammer, and I'll be fine. I mean, the hammer is what I want for pod, basically. One small key to pod and a hammer, and I'll clear everything. Because bow is never required in any seeds.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, that's what happens when you wait with doing stuff prior to other things. Just as a flute as well, I was like, oh, this is one of the most common opener to do those couple of checks.
Yeah, they're doing the fake flippers for the potion shop, which was Skullwoods, and then go to the hole.
So I was like, okay, I have spent a long time for finding my mobility items. Now can the keys please be nice? But I also did the mountain very early, so I kind of just marked off Spectacle Rock as nothing. And that was a huge mistake, obviously.
Yeah, that's very, very unfortunate.
Apart from that, the seed was very fun.
Yeah, it looked like all the paths, and there was nothing like that was so tedious, like to walk through, and then everything was very accessible easily, and that's always something I like in Cross Keys like this one.
Yeah. Also, I have no idea what I did in Swamp Palace. I think I have to.
Yeah, you have to exit.
Yeah, I was struggling with the visual cues on the sprite.
For me, I always do I don't know like this the that we're done with Samaria. I only know it with the bombs, and from what I could tell, I think you were too near to the wall when you placed the bomb.
I thought that wasn't too high, or plus the jumping out of the water was not working as well. So
Yeah.
I think I have to just look into how to do it with the sprite I'm using, because I know how to do it with the regular Link sprite.
Yeah, that's something I had to do too. Did you like change your sprite on a practice run?
No, it's just when I'm using my practice hack, I have regular Link.
Yeah, I made myself like a practice hack with my Zero Suit Samus, so I can practice because Icebreaker, all the setups is different with the different sprite. You should just like use the GUI from like Multi-World. You can put your sprite in the practice hack, and then you can just find out all your places.
Oh, so it looks like we're gonna have fun in 8 hours instead.
Well, I wish you the best, and I think that's gonna be a wrap up here. It's very late, and I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for everybody that stayed up watching. Thank you, Nobly, for racing. Thank you, Tyler, for hanging out with me tonight.
You're welcome. It was a fun scene to watch.
Yeah, and thanks to our trackers, Al, Delor, and Zarovian. And I would like to say a very special shout out to Jason that stepped up tonight like very at last minute and made it all seem super seamless and great experience. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night. We're gonna see you like in 8 hours for the last qualifier. Stay right there.